Manager Allinson after a 4-1 defeat to Royston. Lee, first off, we didn't really create too many chances, however we started off looking quite on top. We then had to make 2 changes in quick succession. How did you see the first half?
I felt that it was a very even side, a very even game against 2 competitive sides. I didn't think there was nothing in the game. I felt that we had were in their half a little bit more than they were in our half without creating anything. I don't think they really created anything either. And I felt very comfortable. And then obviously you lose Peter Clark with a hamstring the 4th time this season. I think his hamstring's gone. You put Brooksy on, 30 seconds later Sol goes up for a header, ends up with a massive lump on his head, has to come off. And it totally changes everything you've gone and done, and you then have to put Ben Walster in at right back. You bring Jack Bradshaw in centre midfield, Brooksy down on the left, Sean stays on the right, Baldy goes in the 10. And we sort of break away from a free kick that Benny's got caught with early, and they just put one ball back in behind us from us giving it away. And to be fair, the lads took it well. I think we've got to defend it better. I think Donks maybe could have done better as well. And then you sort of on the back foot, and I think the changes again sucked the life out of us, Caelan, if I'm honest. I felt that we were very defeated at half time, tried to get them going, and then the second half, to be fair, was a bit of a shambles, if I'm honest.
Yes, moving on to the second half, I think within the first 5 minutes we conceded 2 goals, and about 10 minutes later we got Sam Donkin sent off. How did you view the second half as a whole?
Well, I just think we had a moment of madness for about 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. Just a shamble. As I said, it felt to me very much like the Colville game when David come off. We lose Solomon and Clarkey, who for me have been fantastic in there all season with Forbesy, and it just deflated us. And we spoke about half time, making sure we're in it. 1 goal, there's nothing in that, and you get off for a long throw or something like that, you might be able to nick a goal. And we just press the self-destruct button. The second goal, minute after half time, I don't know. David tells me he's offside. Listen, if he's offside, he's not offside. We've still got no one within 5-10 yards of the lad. He's lobbed it over Donks. A minute later, ball goes in the box. Donks goes to catch it. Murray wins the header and then goes and rolls it in the empty net. And I've got to be careful with Donks, because I will say this: he's been outstanding this season. Absolutely terrific. But my biggest disappointment is not the mistake for the goal, it's his lack of discipline 5 minutes later, where his head's gone. They've abused him and his head's gone, and he's gone, apparently kicked someone and got sent off, and that's a 3-game suspension. I've got to go and find a goalkeeper from somewhere, and really disappointing, really disappointing. And then after that, listen, I'm immensely proud of my players and the character they show, the desire. I've got their manager criticising total lack of respect for my right back, telling me he's a crap player, not good enough, play on him, he's useless. It's total lack of respect. I've got more class about me than that, to do that to one of his players, and he should have more class about him. Leaves a sour taste in my mouth, because you know what, they're actually a good side, and it doesn't have to behave like that. It's about having respect for each other's team. It doesn't have to do that. Total lack of respect. And listen, I can wish them well, no hard feelings. At the end of the day, I'm humble in winning and losing. I've got more about me than criticising an opposition when they're 3-0 down with 10 men. Total lack of respect. And then wants to be everyone's friend after. Not good, not for me, as poor. Disappointed with Steve as well. But I'll let that go, that's no problem. And listen, we had a go. I can't knock that ball. He's put off 2 terrific saves. Very good. He's let a silly goal in. We've got some minutes into Luca, which I'm really pleased about. Forbes, he had a real good go second half. Brooksy, delighted for him to come back and get back on the pitch and playing. But listen, the game was done. They've done the damage with 11v11. Can't complain. Murray's torn us apart, and my feelings that he would do that to us today if we weren't quite on it. And he's done it to us, and credit to him, he's a top player. And congratulations to them on the 3 points. And listen, Jack's got a lovely goal. Obviously, to celebrate having his charity day here, it's just a shame about the result. But after that, it was what it was. The game just petered out into a nothing game, and that's the end of that.
We talked, I think it was at Alf Church after the match, about the dilemma about having almost too many wingers in the squad. Bradley Bell's injured at the moment, and Dylan's left us this week. So where does that kind of leave us with the?
Well, struggling. It's a conversation me, Brett and Eddie had on sort of Monday, Tuesday, that we felt that we had probably too many players. I had a good conversation with Dylan. Lowestoft coming through on Wednesday, I just felt that I wanted to stick with the boys that got us in and around the playoffs, and felt that maybe if he wants to play football, that Lowestoft might be the right move for him. He obviously left, and I thank him for all his hard work and effort, and I really enjoy working with the kid, lovely kid, good player, just not at the right time for us. And then you think, right, we're sorted, Bradley's done brilliant, he's been excellent since the last couple of weeks, and then has a stomach bug on Wednesday, and they actually find a tumour or a cyst in his groin that they've had to operate on, so we're now lost him for 4 weeks. We've lost Solomon, we've lost Clarkey, we've lost Bradley Bell, we've now lost Donkin next Saturday. So now we're walking wounded, and you know, players have got to step up to the mark, as simple as that. And we lost Tommy Smith again, he tried it Wednesday, he's another 3-4 weeks away, I would have thought. So yeah, we've got to go and, you know, we do it bare bones, it is what it is, you have to work to a budget. Some are a lot bigger than others. Unfortunately, we are working to a budget which is fine with us, it's got us where we've got, and we need to try and push on now.
What's the situation with Martel, just speaking on?
Yeah, no, he's out on loan, Martel, and he's at AFC Dunstable. It's been difficult to bring him back because he's done really well there, and you know, I think he's happy. And what I don't want to do is bring him back to sit on the bench. It might be something that we need to look at and maybe have a chat with him. We're going to have to go and have a look at 1 or 2 to bring in maybe. And I'm going to have to go and find a goalkeeper from somewhere over the next week and try and move it forward.
And what can you tell us about Tuesday's match?
Listen, you know, when you've got a full side, you'd be very confident of, you know, it's going to be a hard game. We're going to be walking wounded. I'm sure they're going to have a few problems themselves. We've just got to try and get through it and try and put a performance on to get us 3 points and hopefully try and get us in them playoffs.
Brilliant. Thank
Cheers.
You.